Hey guys, in this video I want to cover the Kanban functionality in FlowJo. And some people think of Kanban as Trello because that's a popular version of Kanban. What it is the card system that allows you to drag your files from one column to the next as you progress the files through the different workflow stages. So this is what Kanban looks like here. And what we do is we can take a card and move it from inquiry to planning and then planning to booking and so on. And it's a nice visual way to see what's happening in your business. There's a couple of really cool features that FlowJo has that make Kanban even easier to use. So first of all, when you've got a small number of cards like this, it's quite easy to manage your business and see where everything's up to. And what we do is jump into one of these, do some work on it, jump back out, and then you can move it. Now, that movement from one column to the next can be automatic. I'll show you that in a minute. But when you start to get a few more cards on the board, let's say you had 20 or 30, it starts to get a bit more overwhelming to see everything in front of you like this. So what we've got here is a built-in mechanism for filtering. And the way you turn it on is to turn on scheduling over here. And now we've got this little bar at the bottom of each card. And so you can see these two here are due today. These red ones are overdue. And we can say, okay, this one's going to be due Friday. This one's Saturday. And so you can schedule your cards very quickly as you're working in this screen. And then what you can do is you can filter these little sliders at the top. And so I could say, I don't want to see next week's stuff. I just want to see this week and even just up to tomorrow. And you can see as I'm sliding this back, there's cards disappearing. And so you can filter it right down to just today's stuff or today and overdue things. And that way you're not worrying about stuff that's not actually due to have anything done on in the current day. So that's a really cool way when you start to get a little bit busier and you've got too much on the go and it's flooding your screen with cards. The other thing is when you get past that stage even, you might decide that you're only going to use this screen for looking at an overview of what is going on in the business, but you're driving your business through your task list. And that's quite common when you've got a large number of tasks to do for the day. So it tasks a little bit easier with high volume, whereas this is really great for the smaller sort of volumes. Now, once you get to the end of your progress, you can see if I click on the arrow here, we've got an archive section. So you might have a rule that you complete it and then the following week you archive it. So archive, you just drop it down like that. And when I go into my archive, I can see everything that's gone in there. I can reactivate them. So if I click on these guys will come back out of archive and back onto the Kanban board. But if you click on one of these and go into it, you'll see the milestone that it's up to along here. Now I can change it here. I can say we're up to the traveling stage and now Rosemary will be moved into the traveling column. If I choose one like this and go down through the workflow, you can see there's different points where I can tick off to say that section's complete. So if I said, let's go down here and say it's ready to book, if I click on there, then we've got an automatic trigger that will move it to the next stage. So now if I scroll back up, you can see now we're in the booking stage. And similarly, when I go back out of it, Mary's gone back into that booking column. So that's a way that you can automate things so that this stuff, you don't have to drag it manually, but it will appear in the right spot automatically based on what you're doing when you're working on the files. Another thing that you can do here is click on this little menu on the right hand side and there is an option to add tags. And if I go in here, I don't have any at the moment, but I could put something like this and it will give the option to either add it just for this document or save that tag for future use. If I was to save it for future, and you can see it appears on the tag here, but now I can nominate that tag in the future for any client without having to retype it. That tag name you can also use for searching. So if I put WE in that search, or you can search by first name, for example. So if I say MAR, it'll just show me those that have MAR anywhere in their name. And finally, if you want to modify these columns, you can actually go to the menu at the top here and click on it. First of all, you can sort in different orders. Now we're sorting by leaving date, but you might choose to change that. But also if you go to the settings here, and you can see these are the milestones that we've nominated. And those milestones will affect every document. So don't change this unless you want it across the board, but that will allow you to totally customize your Kanban board. Once you're finished, you can save that and go back. So that's a quick overview of the Kanban. Thanks for watching.